It was revealed today that Coco Gauff made some major coaching changes. I am surprised that the decision to split with Daly came so soon before the US Open. I thought that she'd wait until after, like she did with Brad Gilbert last year.
But I'm just looking at long term, and I know Gavin has had experience with this before, so hoping that I can just take on his knowledge and see what can happen. And if not, I have a rest of this year to work on it. But I do know I need to make a technical change to it. And, I don't want to waste time continuing doing the wrong thing.
In professional tennis, loyalty isn't just expected. It's deeply felt, with coaches and players building relationships that often stretch far beyond the baseline. That's why the tennis world paused when Coco Gauff revealed she was bringing a new coach into her camp last fall. The move quickly sparked curiosity, even concern, because the coach in question, Gauff and McMillan, had only recently parted ways with Aryna Sabalenka. Reports from those close to the situation suggest the split wasn't smooth, and Sabalenka was far from pleased. What might seem like a routine coaching change suddenly turned into a storyline filled with tension, raising questions about loyalty, timing, and the unseen dynamics behind the sport.
Went a bit too much. I was so frustrated inside of me, and I was just trying to let it go. Probably I went too far. Not probably, I went too far. And then honestly, I think it was the right move from him to probably just let me be on my own. And I don't want to say the way I wanted to say, but he really upset me, and I was really really stressed and angry on him, and that really helped me to pull out such that.
To really understand how things reached this point, you have to rewind the story a bit, because there's more beneath the surface than it first appears. Gauff and McMillan may not be a widely recognized name among casual fans, but within tennis circles, his reputation carries serious weight. Originally from New Zealand, he built his career step by step, earning respect through years of hard work and consistent results. What sets him apart is his sharp technical knowledge and his ability to break down the game from a tactical angle. Around the sport, he's often described as a coach's coach, someone other professionals admire for his precision, deep analysis, and unmatched attention to detail.
McMillan is most known for helping Aryna Sabalenka with her service struggles, as the world #1 infamously struggled with a high double fault count in 2022. And we know Coco isn't quite confident right now with her serve, hitting upwards of 23 double faults in recent matches.
Gauff and McMillan officially joined the team of Aryna Sabalenka in 2022, working alongside her main coach Anton Dubrovov. At that stage, Sabalenka was right on the edge of a major breakthrough. She already had the power, a dominant baseline game, and one of the fastest serves in women's tennis, but consistency was holding her back. Double faults, in particular, kept costing her crucial matches. McMillan stepped in to sharpen the details. He focused on refining her serve mechanics, analyzing opponents, and building smart, match-specific strategies. The impact was clear. In early 2023, Sabalenka captured her first Grand Slam title at the Australian Open, finally reaching the level many believed she was destined for. The momentum didn't stop there. Throughout the season, she powered her way to the semifinals at both the French Open and Wimbledon, before claiming another major title at the US Open. By the end of the year, she stood as the world #1. From every angle, the partnership was delivering results, with McMillan playing a key role in helping transform Sabalenka into a consistent Grand Slam champion. But in professional sports, stability can disappear overnight. Despite all the success, Aryna Sabalenka decided to shake things up in early 2024. Reports suggested she wanted a more streamlined setup, choosing to work more closely and exclusively with her lead coach, Anton Dubrovov. As a result, Gauff and McMillan was let go. The decision didn't seem to come from any major issue with his performance, but rather a shift towards simplifying the structure around her. Even so, it marked a surprising end to a highly successful partnership. By all accounts, McMillan handled the situation with class. He expressed gratitude for the experience, spoke positively about their time working together, and quietly moved forward without creating any public tension.
Gavin can fix these Coco serve issues once and for all, because if not, it might just be a mental thing that she needs to work through herself.
In tennis, coaching changes are nothing unusual. It's simply part of the business. Players are constantly searching for the perfect balance, the right chemistry, and a system that can push them to the next level. But then came a move that caught everyone's attention. In October, Coco Gauff announced that she was adding Gauff and McMillan to her coaching team. He would join forces with her current coach, Brad Gilbert, bringing in a fresh perspective and an additional strategic voice aimed at elevating her game even further.
But to me, this shows Coco's dedication and hunger to win this tournament. She's not satisfied with a fourth round, quarterfinal, or semifinal exit, and I respect it. And Coco and Gavin were working on her serve outside in the rain, which again shows how hungry she is to win this third slam here. Coco and Matt definitely accomplished a lot in their 10 months together. They won the Beijing 1000, the WTA Finals, and her second major at Roland Garros. But all good things come to an end, and I guess she felt that their relationship had run its course.
At just 20 years old, Coco Gauff had already built an impressive resume. She captured the US Open title in 2023, climbed as high as world number 3, and established herself as one of the most exciting young talents in the sport. Her game is powered by elite athleticism, outstanding court coverage, and a level of mental strength that goes well beyond her age. Still, like any rising star, she had areas to refine. Consistency became a concern, especially on the forehand side, and her team began searching for someone who could bring sharper technical guidance and smarter tactical planning. That's where Gauff and McMillan came in. Fresh off working with the world's top player and contributing to multiple Grand Slam victories, he brought proven experience and a deep understanding of what it takes to win at the highest level. From Gauff's point of view, it wasn't just a smart move, it was an opportunity she couldn't afford to ignore.
He's a confident person, and also, obviously there's pressure on both of us, but at the same time, I'm not thinking about the outside opinions. I'm not thinking about that. I'm doing what's best for my game, and I feel like as an athlete, I can be like, yeah, I'm won French Open. I made 2 finals back-to-back, quarters of Australia. I can be like, okay, I'm doing fine and continuing playing the way that I'm playing, but I know where I want to see my game in the future, and if I'm not going to waste time playing the way that I don't want to play.
But this is where the situation becomes far more complicated, because Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka are not just players on the same tour, they are direct rivals competing for the same titles, rankings, and legacy, and their clashes already carry serious weight, including the 2023 US Open semifinal where Gauff won in straight sets on her way to the title. So when Gauff and McMillan joined Gauff's team, it immediately raised eyebrows, especially since reports suggest Sabalenka was unhappy with how quickly the move happened, with some close to her camp believing there should have been more time between his exit and joining a direct competitor, and others feeling he should have reached out beforehand as a matter of professional respect, which brings up an uncomfortable reality in tennis. During his 2 years with Sabalenka, McMillan didn't just observe her game from the outside, he studied every detail from the inside, understanding her patterns, strategies, adjustments on different surfaces, and even how she reacts under pressure. And while all coaches analyze opponents, there's a clear difference between watching match footage and having deep, first-hand knowledge built over years within a player's inner circle. What made the situation even more sensitive was the fact that Gauff and McMillan carried knowledge that went far beyond what anyone could see from the outside, and that reality quickly split opinions across the tennis world, with some defending him as a professional, simply doing his job, and pointing out that turning down an opportunity to work with a top player like Coco Gauff wouldn't make sense for his career, while others sided with Aryna Sabalenka, arguing that even if it's not written anywhere, there's an understood code in tennis when it comes to joining a direct rival so soon. And that tension was summed up by Darren Cahill, who has worked with legends like Andre Agassi and Simona Halep, as he explained that he could see both perspectives. On one hand, McMillan has to earn a living, and Gauff made a smart move by hiring proven experience. But on the other, it's easy to understand why Sabalenka would feel frustrated given the circumstances. These situations are rarely simple, and Aryna Sabalenka addressed it more openly than many expected. At a press conference during the WTA Finals in November, when asked about Gauff and McMillan joining Coco Gauff's team, she didn't mince words. "It's disappointing," she said, explaining to Reuters that working closely with someone means sharing every detail of your game, your strategy, and private adjustments, and then seeing that person immediately with a direct competitor naturally bothers her. "I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. I wish Coco well. She's a great player, but I think there's a right way to handle these things, and I don't think this was it," she added. Comments unusually candid for someone who normally keeps a diplomatic tone. McMillan, meanwhile, has stayed largely silent, releasing only a short statement through Gauff's management expressing respect for Sabalenka and their shared work. While noting his excitement about the new opportunity, Gauff and McMillan declined further interview requests, keeping a low profile, while Coco Gauff aimed to stay above the controversy. Speaking at the same WTA Finals event, she said, "I'm just focused on improving my game. Gavin is an excellent coach who became available, and we thought he'd be a great addition to the team. I understand there might be some sensitivity around it, but I'm 20 years old trying to win Grand Slams. I need the best people around me." The situation also highlights a shift in modern tennis. The sport has always been fiercely competitive, but there used to be unspoken rules about professional conduct back in the 1970s and 80s, moving directly from coaching one top player to their main rival without a cooling-off period was considered bad form, even if nothing was formally prohibited. Today, tennis has become far more professionalized and business-driven, with large management agencies and results-based decisions dominating coaching moves. From that standpoint, Gauff hiring the best available coach makes perfect sense, regardless of his previous work. Yet the human element persists. Sabalenka's reaction reminds everyone that even in a highly transactional, results-focused world, players still expect certain standards of conduct and respect. Even when professional rules are followed, there's still a human side. Aryna Sabalenka clearly felt a sense of betrayal, and whether you agree with her or not, the emotion is real. What makes the situation particularly fascinating is how it could play out on the court. Both Sabalenka and Coco Gauff are top contenders for every major title and capable of reaching world number one, which means a potential clash at the Australian Open in January could carry an added psychological edge. McMillan's familiarity with Sabalenka's game might give Gauff a slight advantage, since a coach who has worked closely with a player knows insights that go beyond match footage. But Sabalenka is far from static. She has evolved, developed new strategies, and adapts mid-match to whatever is working, as all elite players do. The bigger factor might be motivation. Sabalenka has already shown she can use challenges as fuel, having defended her Australian Open title in 2024 without McMillan and stayed at or near the top of the rankings. Meanwhile, Gauff gains two experienced voices in her corner, with McMillan's technical precision complementing Brad Gilbert's tactical insight, giving her tools to overcome recent consistency issues. If the partnership clicks, Gauff could be poised for multiple major championships in the years ahead. While every encounter with Sabalenka will carry both physical and psychological stakes, the debate over the ethics of this coaching move continues to ripple through the tennis world. Some former players insist there should be clearer guidelines to manage transitions between direct rivals, while others argue that the sport is already fiercely competitive and shouldn't impose extra limits on who can coach whom. Patrick McEnroe weighed in on his podcast, saying, "I've seen this happen before in different forms. It's always uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, coaches need to work and players need to hire the best people available. I don't think anyone did anything wrong here, even if it's an awkward situation." The questions remain. Did Gauff and McMillan cross a line by joining Coco Gauff's team right after working with Aryna Sabalenka, or is this just the hard reality of professional